Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the Aleš Hřebeský 2018, the 25th anniversary of this fabulous tournament here in Radotín. The final game of the day is the Istanbul Sultans going left to right in their dark gray. Pretty sweet shirts against the Riggers from Ireland. Also pretty sweet jerseys in the blue with the white and double blue piping. I'm Stephen Stamp, joined by Dylan Cowman from the Glasgow Glyciders. Welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, eh?
Graduate of the College of Sports Journalism, of Sports Media.
Yeah, once upon a time, moved to Scotland about 6 years ago. So, graduated there, moved out here, and it's been an absolute blast. My sixth season. Know a lot of guys on both teams, so it's going to be an absolute blast, but no, I'll leave it to it.
Jared Wood facing off for the Riggers. He'll be facing Mr. Andy Almiller of the Sultans. The Riggers, I think, have a pretty good chance to be the only silver tier team to burst up into the gold tier. And that shot by Almiller off the faceoff hits the post. The ball is loose. A jumping attempt. The ball is still loose and is snagged there. Greg Wheaton had it momentarily. It gets away, but rolls into the offensive zone. Great hustle. Knocking the stick loose was Andrew Polkinghorn. He's been here for a while. He played for Ireland in Eurobox and had a terrific tournament. They throw it up top. And Mike Burke, who has been leading this tournament in scoring, much away, comes to the net, shoots. Nice stop, but right on the crease. Oh, and pulling it back. Oh, it was a shot attempt. Just going to be grabbed there by the goaltender. JP Fergola starting in net this time.
JP's from upstate, great guy. Love it to see him. Great to see him.
Henry Archie gets the ball, hanging on while his offense comes out and joins him. McDonald has it, switches hands, switches back. He's going to let a sub shot go and buries it.
Nice.
Beats Mike Cregan, the Irish goaltender. You can see the Ireland national team gloves, but that's just a low-to-low rocket. On the replay, you can see the head of the stick barely grazing above the top of the turf. I love this back camera view, and nothing sneaky about it. He just rips it inside the post. I think Cregan would like to have that one back, but boy, it's hard to move those feet when you're a goalie and all that gear on.
Oh, heavy duty. No, Mikey's a Halton Hills boy. He knows what he's doing out there. He'll shake that one off.
Ball still loose. Riggers going after it. Great positioning by Henry Archie, but tenacity shown by the Riggers. That's Nico Goglia going after it. McDonald looking for another one. Great job, though, to turn him aside by David Hammond. Boy, Hammond also had a terrific tournament in the Eurobox. Scored the winning goal in a thriller over Scotland, 23-22. They won that game. Those were full 60-minute games. Oh, and there's a bounce shot by Wheaton that gets through the wickets of Cregan. That's a rough start for Mike Cregan. He is a terrific young goalie. Well, veteran goalie at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mikey's been at this tournament. I've seen him here for the last, I've been here 6 years, so Mikey's been here for 5. But, no, the guy just needs to see a couple more and he'll be all right.
Not much space there. It actually bounced off the left, inside the left foot, just past the stick and went into the net. And another possession for Istanbul. Rob Foster gets the ball. He's going to run up the floor. It's not the start the Riggers wanted. We've seen that from a couple of the silver tier teams, taking a little bit to adjust to the heightened caliber and pace they face when they face a gold group team. Patterson tosses it back, takes a pop from Foster and runs it up into the offensive zone.
Yeah, no, we're looking all right here. I think the Riggers are going to bounce back here real quick. Just need a couple shots. Need to see the ball a bit more on the Odor.
Burke throws it across to the far side. Little toe drag there. The ball bounces really high. There's a bump. Oh, and just swatting it in. What a smart play. Trying to see who that was that batted that ball in. We'll watch on the replay. It's just a little bit too high, beyond the reach of Sean Gibson. And what a smart move to whack it home. I believe it was David Hammond that knocked that ball in.
Yeah, it looks like Hammy from the replay here.
Just gets by Fergola. And they show a shot of Hammond on the bench. The cameramen always know. I don't know how. The cameramen always know. So just trust them. Russell Thomas comes up with the ball, and the Riggers back within one. And you can see the difference in the confidence already and just the way they're carrying themselves off that faceoff. Wow, Thomas goes through, gets whammed there, and Brian Scott tries to come up with it. Ball is still loose, then Fergola gets it. Miracle, Delaney Miracle way down the floor. His uncle is Dewey Jacobs, the president of the Six Nations Chiefs and also a coach and scout with the Rochester Nighthawks of the National Lacrosse League. That's a moving pick and no question about it. As much as Michael Kennedy will question it, he just knocked a guy down who was running far away from the ball. CJ Fleming hands it off, and this is Evan Lovestead. Kennedy D's him up. A little pick there. McDonald cuts through. There's a sidearm shot, and somehow that one ricocheted in. Just ripping it, reaching around, and letting it fly was Ryan Harwood. That goes through the wickets again. This one bouncing off the right foot, so Cregan being picked apart down low by the Sultans so far. You can't afford in these quick games to let anybody get too far away. We've seen plenty of comebacks. Certainly nothing is over until it's over, but there's a bit of a bump to the head. Here come the Riggers into the offensive zone. Dan Patterson will slow it down, and they'll get it to Mike Burke, who's going to run a lot of this offense. It will flow through him. He's isolated with 4 Riggers on the far side. Passes over to Gibson, the veteran. They go over to the lefties. 3 lefties. They're going strong left. Burke makes the pass. He is a great distributor. That pass down just got down by the feet as Brendan Farrell was checked while he was trying to make it, and the 30 will expire on the Riggers.
No, you got to think Dublin got a rally here.
Istanbul coming up the floor, taking their time to set things up. Evan Lovestead trots into his position, gets a little pick. There's the roll, but rolls wide, and then the bounce shot just goes in. And I got to tell you, this is very strange to me. I've seen Mike Cregan play a fair number of games, and I've never seen him have so much trouble seeing the ball.
The light changes a thing or two out here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shadows. Look at the corners. Like, I mean, the camera doesn't lie, right? Like, the outside shots, I mean, they are what they are. It's just a lot of shadows, but not Craig's will bounce back. I can promise you that.
Al Miller and Wood with the face-off. It's pulled back. It's going to be scooped up immediately by Foster. He'll circle back around over the restraining line, and they'll slow things down a little. McDonald has it, backpedaling. Chem Dogrel takes the pass. He's going to give it up to Wheaton, who scored one of the goals. He's thinking about the outside rip. Goes right down Main Street. Nice little bump on the slide by Polkinghorn. I'm an Andrew Polkinghorn fan, I'll tell you that. And then here come the Riggers, turning the other way. Patterson with it. He's got Thomas. He's got a great shooting lane, though. Dives to the net.
Big stop,
almost in, and Fergola just knocks it away.
No, looking fresh. No, actually, Pokes played with the Clydesiders in our first tournament up in Scotland. Picked the guy up at the airport and been real good pals with him since. But let me tell you, the guy can play, and he's a real dedicated guy and always gives his 2 cents. So big shout out to Pokes.
Riggers setting it up, get it to Burke. Again, so much of the offense will flow through him. He's a great distributor. There's an underneath cut by Polkinghorn. Nice save as Fergola just went down and took away the bottom. Polkinghorn gets it back. Sorry, that's Brendan Farrell. Both times. A little pressure from Gibson on the bench. On the keeper, here's CJ Fleming. Thinks about letting it rip. He's going to try and spin through traffic. All kinds of blue shirts, so he gives it up. Wise decision. They're going to wait for their 5th forward to get out there. And it is Rob Foster. Lovestead tries to hit the cutter. He succeeds. Henry Archie with a nice catch in the dunk attempt. Cregan, great save there, throwing the arms up against the crossbar.
That's the Mike we know. That's the Mike we know.
Yeah, much more like we've come to expect. I mean, at the Euros last year, even at the Worlds in 2015 in Onondaga, I thought he played quite well. Not as consistent as you like, but some great plays. And then last year in Finland, I thought again he had some really good games. There's a moving pick, and it will be Istanbul ball. They lead 4-1.
Great guy, better human. I'll tell you about Mike Cregan.
McDonald wants to get into the offensive zone. Throws a bit of a shot fake, which I'm not sure is fooling anybody from out there outside the restraining line. Chem Dogrel takes the pass.
You're seeing a lot of off-ball movement from Istanbul here. I mean, They're actually dishing the ball real well. Ooh, that's
off the post. That's going to go back over center, but over and back as it went off the post. A great point, the off-ball movement, 3 of them cutting into the middle and just kind of banging around, creating some confusion, and then the shot from the offside. It almost seems like their off-ball movement half the time is more distraction than actually setting up.
They're slinging a big stop, Mikey.
Short handoff. Here comes Polkinghorn. Great job just running through that check. He knew he could get through it. Lofts it over. Here comes Farrell. He's going to push it deep, cut to the middle. Great pass, just missing the shot was Chris Case. That shot off the backboards. Penalty coming. It's from Case getting flattened as he was on top of the crease, I'm sure. Should be a check from behind. Ball loose along the boards. Everybody's in there, and eventually you just got to blow it down because you cannot see that ball in there.
I mean, looking at the scoreboard, you got to see Ireland's kind of needing a goal here. I mean, on this beeper. It's got to happen.
We're 10 minutes in to this first half. And CJ Fleming will go to the box. So it's 1 minute checking from behind and then 1 minute for cross-checking. I'm not sure if that's on the same player, if he did something else afterwards.
This is a big 2 minutes for Dublin.
Chance to get right back into it. And that for the next goal could help with some confidence. Burke is up at the top this time instead of over at the shooter spot, and he'll rip it from there. Nice save by Fergola. And there's an outlet pass to Foster. He's got a man ahead. Probably a good decision not to pass it. Now he can pass it, but he decides to take the shot. It's going to be picked up over in the corner by Matt Sweet. He gets it, starts to go to the net, decides to just try and kill some time, lobs it back to Archie. Doesn't see the man coming off the bench, but great job to adjust when he realizes he's there. Nice communication. You could hear the Istanbul players letting him know someone was coming just in time. Archie withstanding the pounding from Jared Wood. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They want to use as much of it as possible. They can kill most of the first penalty here. He does take the shot. It's picked off cleanly in the lob ahead. Here comes Sonny Finn Campbell. I'm used to seeing Sonny Finn Campbell taking all the face-offs. A little strange. See him just running on defense.
No,
here's a chance for
lungs.
Gibson.
The guy's got lungs, let me tell you that.
First penalty ends. Burke gets it, goes back to Gibson. Shot near side, almost had it, but it was bounded off the leg of Fergola. Burke over to the far side. Waiting. Now the pass. They go down low. Polkinghorn, backdoor. There's Burke. Sees what he likes, but Fergola with the stick save. Nice stop.
I must say, JP's looking real good. Real good this first 15.
Boy, he can really be sharp when he is on his game. Like any goalie, he's going to have his ups and downs, but I'll tell you, he is a terrific goaltender.
Ball movement is just fantastic. I mean, you're seeing passes here that are like absolutely laces to laces.
Yeah, on a rope. Lovestad takes it back.
Uses quite a long shaft. I mean, look, that's a cut-off long pull.
I always find those long goalie shafts a little strange. You look at Cregan, you can't even see it popping out from behind him.
That's the thing is, you're looking at Cregan, and Cregan's got a 42-inch shaft, and you're looking at JP the other end. He's using some probably about 50, maybe 52.
Burke with the ball. The power play is over. It's 4-1 in favor of the the Sultans. Backdoor pass, quick stick. There's another shot.
There he is.
Great chance by Russell Thomas. Fergola is so sharp. My apologies to anyone who couldn't see past me on the last possession down the other end. I got a little excited leaning out into the field of vision of the camera. Courtney Fleming just a little bit careless with the ball and gets stripped. Penalty coming on that backdoor push by Wheaton. Push on the back, and Wheaton's going to turn and head to the box. Disagrees with the call. It's checking from behind. Let's take a look here on the screen. I mean, it's right on the numbers, at the top of the numbers, and pushes them down, which creates a turnover. So as much as the players don't like that call, it's the correct call.
What I'm really noticing here is, like, for a lot of teams that are quite chippy in past, we have not seen very many penalties. We have not seen. I mean, I was expecting a very big, heavy, power play game, but, I mean, surprised.
These specific teams, you mean?
These specific teams, 100%.
Burke with the outside shot, another nice save by Fergola. Great play by Gibson to get it back to him. He is flat and paid the price. Will it lead to goal? He's going to try again. Reset, gets the shot. Oh, what a save by Fergola. I thought that one was going in.
Big stop, JP. Big stop.
Nice little outlet pass to Foster. The captain of the club, you can see the C there on his right chest. Burke with the forecheck. Slows them down. 23 seconds left in the penalty to the Sultans. They're going to be able to kill all but 5 seconds of it if they can use the full 30 here. Burke and Pokinghorn trying to get it loose. They do get it out. Pokinghorn will pick it up. They got 10 on the power play. Will they take a shot, or are they going to wait for it to expire to avoid any chance of Wheaton breaking out the other way? I don't think they have much choice at this point. They're still setting up the offense, and it expires. Wheaton comes out. He's going to play defense. The ball rolls loose. It's going to go straight over to Farrell. 22 on the shot clock. Pass it back door. Gibson missed with that one. Scooped up there. And we go the other way. That's Matt Sweet running into the offensive zone.
You're seeing a high-tempo game here. A lot of back and forth.
Miller with the shot high, and the nice save by Cregan. A little shrug to knock that one away. Battle along the boards, and I believe that Garrod Dunbar is going to come up with possession. Getting a little feisty.
That's what I was expecting. A little bit more chit-chats, a little bit more face rubs, but...
Yeah, we run out of time in the first half. It is 4-1. I am Steven Stamp, joined by Dylan Cowman. Yeah, I got it.
No, it's great to see you, Steve. No, I've been watching a lot of you back home. You know, been living in Scotland now for 6 years. We both have a mutual friend, so I know I know he's listening right now. So just want to give a big shout out to Pat Gregoire, the coolest cat in Ajax, Ontario.
That's kind of damning by faint praise.
No, let me tell you. I played, I've known Patty now for 10 years. Played West Durham with Patty, Mark of My Heads with Patty. I know.
Who is now coaching?
He's coaching the I-Heads now.
Yeah.
And then talking to Patty last week, I know they're looking good on paper. So, you know, all the best to him.
Pat Gregoire has called many a Kufla Begataway Cup championship game with me. We've done some CLAX and Arena Lacrosse League. We've called some games, I'll tell you. Called some NLL together.
You'll never meet a better guy.
Yeah,
You'll never meet a better guy than Pat Gregoire, let me tell you that.
Our thanks to Uncommon Fit, our sponsor for the streaming of this game through Lax All-Stars. We are going around the world. Thank you to everyone who's watching. We are having a great time bringing you this tournament. This will be the last game of the night. We're going to have 15 minutes to go once we get going again, but things will pick up again at 8 a.m. check time tomorrow. That is early or late, depending on your point of view, back in North America. But it's midday if you're somewhere else in Europe, a little bit to the east of here. And of course, down in Australia, where Brooke is watching all the time, it's much later. Once in a while, I know the time difference between Eastern time in Ontario and Australia, but I always forget it, and I do not remember it right now between the checks.
It's tough.
Yeah. Then you bring in daylight savings time, and it completely messes me up. I don't like it.
It's I'm telling you right now, even trying to call my mom back home.
Yeah.
You know, every Sunday. My apologies. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard, just so we can kind of figure that out. But here we go. Here's a draw.
Wood and Fernando this time facing off. That is Primo Fernando for the Istanbul Sultans, and they will get possession on the face-off violation. They're going to try to pad their lead as we get going into the second half. Riggers need to get moving, need to get going here. They've been competitive. They just got to bury a couple. Here's a chance cutting through the middle. Ryan Harwood will pass it across. It's knocked down, almost caught. No reset. The ball bounces loose. Sonny Finn Campbell picks it up and is going to draw a penalty, and that might be a 3. That stick came way up. That was Evan Lovestead getting on him. Delayed penalty, and now Cregan's making the sprint to the bench to get the 6th attacker out. Mike Burke looking to take the pass up top. Gibson gives it to him. Rips it and scores. What a shot. Now that'll either wipe out the penalty or...
What's the call?
Yeah, I think it's 3 minutes because they're indicating over they want him to come over. 22, so that means it's a 3-minute major, and he will have to serve, and the Riggers will be able to get another one on this. But look at this shot by Burke. Just lets it fly, and a little bit of something gets Fergola leaning the other way. Or wait a second, if we switch goalies, they usually do. No, they are going Fergola the whole way. They've been switching between Fergola and Nick Patterson, and deciding at this point in the tournament to go full.
It's a long way to go.
Games.
It's a long way to go not to play. You know what I mean?
Well, they've been playing half and half all the games, but this time now they're letting them play full games, and that is a 3-minute high sticking major. So again, the Riggers can get one more on this major. Possession would be huge for either team. Great job running up to get the hit on by Nico Gaglia. Am I saying that right? Nico Gaglia? You don't know. Sorry.
Cross the T, stop the I's. It sounds like it. It sounds like it. I mean,
I'm going with it.
Not Italian myself. Let's just say that.
There's not a lot of time between these games. I was going to go down and talk to them, but I had to have a couple conversations. Had to find you.
Yeah, that's when we got to step in.
Brian Whitmer was going to come, but his voice is shot.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of shots, Mike Burke rips it up again. He gets things going, makes it 4-3.
Pardon the pun. That was a nice rip from the outside.
And there's a slashing penalty coming, and of course the goal goes, it's the second on the major, which means the other penalty will be applied. That is a slash by Moose McFarland. And he's trying to leave the box. They actually need to keep Evan Lovestead in the box. Oh, and Bob Hollingsworth has caught him.
No,
he says, I'm released. He said, no, you have to stay in there now. He's just a little mistaken. He stays in there, and anytime after his penalty time has come up, when there's a stoppage in play, he will be allowed to come out. McFarland, meanwhile, will serve 1 minute. Boy, they scored those 2 goals within about a minute of his penalty as well.
Quick firing. I've been real impressed. I'll tell you this. I've been real impressed with Fernando. Former teammate of mine. We played actually in the European Lacrosse League. English guy, born and raised, and he's actually out in Boston these days. So I don't know how much box he sees, but you know the kid's looking trim and absolute beauty of a teammate. Let me tell you that.
Trying to see what is going on. I think the Riggers may not have realized they were still in the power play. Sean Gibson is going to make it clear. It is 4-3. The Riggers have pulled within a goal. There should be 1 minute put up on the board. There it is. So another power play chance, and Mike Burke is the hot stick. Get him the ball. And if they overplay him, you've got Sean Gibson, who is also quite a talented forward.
Big time, big St. FX guy. Loves the Annie Ganesh. No, Sean Gibson, fantastic player, let me tell you that.
And he has been over in Europe for quite a while, lived in Ireland for quite a long time. Now he's in Oslo, I believe, if I recall correctly.
He's out in Norway. Yeah. No, he's out in doing IT, I believe.
There you go.
If I'm wrong.
Ball scooped up, great face-off win by Wood. And the Riggers immediately go to the offensive set on this power play. Ball back up to Burke at the top. Skip pass. Now they go up to Thomas. There's Burke. Will he let it go again? A little underhand. There's a chance for Patterson. Did that touch anything? No, they're going to say it's an over and back. Just missed and went off the backboards. And the Sultans will be able to kill the rest of this penalty. Sorry, folks, my roster sheet is getting in the way. I'm barely even looking at it at this point, to be honest, but I do like to have it there. Wow, that helmet's getting loosened.
A lot of tough love.
Wow. Harwood's helmet was just rocking back on his head. The Riggers get the ball, throw it ahead. The penalty will expire as Polkinghorne stands here.
Nice pass there by Bingo. Bingo's actually from Lakewood, New Jersey.
Here's a cut to the middle. They try and feed it to Gibson. He's going to get it off the boards, but it gets away from him, and Fergola will reach out after. Gibson, great job to rake it loose. If the stick is outside the crease, you can go under it to knock it free. Gibson does it. Burke gets it back. And a fresh 30. Not actually sure that the Sultans possessed that ball. And you can hear the Sultans saying there shouldn't have been a reset. I kind of agree with them. Doesn't matter at this point. Burke lets it fly. That one's too high. Comes out to Polkinghorne, to Farrell. Burke's going to shoot again. Shoots and scores. 5-hole on Fergola. He's fired up. He's got 3 straight, and he has tied this game up at 4.
This is going to be a ball game. Let me tell you that.
We said that they started out a little slowly, but building their confidence and building a comeback. 3 straight goals by Mike Burke. He may be the best player in this tournament to this date.
I would have no argument, no rebuttal in any way, shape, or form. The kid can ball.
There have been some terrific other performances. Probably take a look at everything, but Burke is in the conversation, certainly for the all-star team in this tournament.
Absolutely.
And Wood, once again, with the face-off win. We got 10 minutes to go. We got a tie ball game. We told you the Riggers would get into this. There's Burke passing it off. Oh, what a play. Gorgeous finish by Ryan McDonald. Dives across and goes back against the grain. This is going to be worth watching on the replay. I can't wait for the shot from behind the net, the fixed camera.
That's a big move from Rhino, but not surprised in the least.
What excellent footwork to stay outside the crease. You'll see it from behind here, just how much he twists across his body with the stick to get it just inside the post.
Goes right, fakes left, Gino.
Istanbul has taken a timeout.
Probably
That's a good call.
That is, yeah, great call.
You're up 4-1, you give up 4 goals. Now, how long did that actually take? It was pretty quick, I'll tell you. Sorry, that's Dan Patterson that got the goal. We shouldn't take away his glory. That is in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. They've scored 4 goals. Great job by... Oh, I was looking on the wrong team. That's why. It is Dan Patterson with the beautiful play. And again, Mike Burke, 3 straight goals. And then you know they're respecting him as a shooter, and he makes the little lever pass down low.
You're seeing a lot of actual man-on-man defense on that. But you got to understand that timeout. Pat Doherty is going to get the Sultans fired up.
Ireland comes up with possession, or do they? Garglia does get it. A little pick by Wood. They've got to make sure they get it across mid-floor in 10 seconds. That low pass, but Thomas is able to come up with it. Took him a while. Archie on him. Throws it across to Burke. Hammond steps back and throws it into the crowd. Little bit of a mistake by David Hammond.
Lovely souvenir.
Yes. Oh, nice catch. Oh, it doesn't quite pull it down, but Archie with the athletic jump, and then it gets away from McFarland. He knocks the stick out of the hands, and it will be coming back to the Sultans, and great job by Archie to split the double team.
Moose McFarland, probably one of the best defensive players in this tournament.
Pass across. Taking their time setting things up. That is Ryan Santo Domingo. Comes all the way around the boards. Archie gets it back. A lot of pressure there.
Nice hands on Richie.
Yeah.
Nice hands.
Will be Sultan's ball. Here they've got some cheering in the crowd. And Ireland, of course, everyone loves the Irish. So they've got a healthy cheering section as well. There's Henry Archie. 2-man game, and we're going to have an illegal pick. And that seems a fairly obvious call when you ride the guy down to the ground.
Heavy duty.
Riggers trot up into the offensive zone. Ball kind of stuck in the stick of Michael Kennedy, but it does get over to Mike Burke. Hands it off to Farrell. Big pick from Hammond. Burke's trying to break them down. Through the middle. Farrell behind the back scores. That's a beauty by Brendan Farrell again on the pass from Mike Burke.
Yeah, you can probably put one in the highlight reel, eh?
Yeah.
That was not shy in any way, shape, or form.
Whips it around his back and the back of his defender. That makes it so difficult for the goalie to see when you can go around the defender as well.
It's tough, especially with the new stick rule this year.
Yeah, we're going to have a goalie change. Nick Patterson is going to come in, and JP Fergola goes, and that's a great point. Until this year, at this tournament, you could use big woodies, you could use the large plastic sticks. Now the size is regulated.
Level playing field, no problem with it. I mean, it makes it a lot easier for guys over here to get sticks.
Yeah.
No problem any way, shape, or form.
I think it's a good call. I think it just forces guys to play. I'd rather see the big woodies and the large, not the woodies, nothing against the woodies specifically, the large sticks I'd like to see taken out in CLA as well.
I agree. I mean, if you look at our goalie with the Clyde Centers, Pat Malone, he uses a spoon, and he's absolutely fantastic with it.
Yeah, what a tournament he had last year. Unbelievable, leading you guys to the finals.
Oh, his shoulders must have been hurting, because I'm telling you right now, he carried us from start to finish.
Yeah. David Hammond with the ball as the Riggers get possession. They lead 6-4. What a run of 5 straight goals. Burke hands it off to Thomas, gives it back to him. They've got 16 on the shot clock. He's just surveying and takes the rip. It bounces out. Grab there, and there's the forecheck by Burke. Such a complete ball player. Great work by Foster to battle for it and come up with it. What a play. That's a terrific job. And Mike Burke wants a call, and it will be 10 seconds. I think Burke wanted withholding, somewhat justifiably, but Foster was moving. He was never actually pinning the ball. He was just moving around over the top of it. Burke now comes, shoots, gets through Patterson, but he stops it, and he knocks the net way off. I think that's a goal. They're going to say no goal. Remember, the net doesn't have to be in its place. If the ball goes in where the net was, across the goal line between where the pipes normally are, that's a goal. Goglia way up for the pressure on CJ Fleming, knocks it loose, but Dogrel is there to get it. He's going to go over and back, though. Dogrel angry at himself for not getting there, but actually wasn't a bad idea to flip it right away, because it wasn't a delay game, as it was all part of his process of trying to save it any later, and it could have been a penalty for him. Here's Thomas. He's going to let one fly right into the belly pad of Patterson. Nick Patterson probably liked that, getting a shot on him. What a fake by Patterson.
What a set of hands.
Wow. Sweet gets it across, but just enough by Polkinghorn to not let the pass get over there. And here come the Riggers the other way. I was convinced that Nick Patterson had thrown that ball and had been picked off.
I was fooled.
It's also got really nice mesh.
It's good to see a nice, obviously an NL goalie back. We've had a couple over the years. I mean, we've had Mikey Thompson here in my time, Scotty Comer.
And right there, Patterson just steps over the man who fell into the crease as though it was just a minor impediment. That's a big man laying on the ground rolling, and he steps over him. Boy, Nick Patterson still got his old agility with the hands and the feet. We can call him Dancing Nick.
Big stop, Mike.
Saved by Cregan on the shot from McDonald. Smartly makes the short pass. He had Burke coming off the bench at the other end, but there's no way there was time to get the pass there as Aegis came off the bench, forced the Sultans to take that outlet away. Farrell goes over to Burke. We've got 4:30 to go. The Riggers lead by 2. Burke comes out all alone and he will score. There's not much you can do to stop that. His 4th of the game. Patterson not happy with himself, but Burke was allowed to waltz in there.
That starts with Mike Cregan making a big stop. I mean, didn't have probably the best of starts. He'd tell me that himself, but I mean, this second half, you're seeing Mike Cregan we know and love, let me tell you.
Yeah, we figured he'd get better. That's just great moves by Burke. The quick first step, the spin off the initial check, and then a slide came, but it also looked like the one defender for the Sultans just didn't see him and was going out wide. Wow, he is rammed into the boards, and they're going to see a loose ball push. McFarland, a little tap on the head of Goglia.
Tap there, eh? There you go. That's moose for you. Great guy.
Burke takes the ball. He has been, if he wasn't one of the best players in the tournament or the best before this game, he's got to be right up at the top of the list at this point. He has been sensational.
Big time.
Here's a chance for Gibson. He's turned aside, but it comes straight back out to Dan Patterson. Burke. Bear in mind, Patterson had one of the most gorgeous goals of this or any game in the tournament just a little earlier. That ball comes straight back out to Thomas. Didn't touch the goalie or the post, so there's only 15 seconds left on the shot clock, and Thomas just didn't have it. Here comes a run from Matt Sweet. Got a man coming off the bench. He's picked up nicely to go this. So they go to the second guy, McDonald. It bounces off his stick, but is picked up by his teammate. Great trail check by Polkinghorn. Boy, he can do it at both ends of the floor.
Nah, Pokey's got it.
Oh, and Case just lost track of where the one defender was coming. He was very aware of the other, but didn't know the second defender. That shot off the backboard bounced away from Patterson. Whipple takes a shot. That's way wide. It's going to be grabbed there by Lovestead. Out to Whipple, shoots and scores. Nice Again, shot. They go low on Cregan, and that's a tricky one, though, as they go side to side, and then he bounces it low, and everyone's getting into it out front. They're going to be cleared. Let's watch the replay. Looked like Cregan may have gotten a little bit of it. No, actually just clean through.
I'm surprised we're not seeing a little bit more clock management out of Dublin. I mean, you had a 3-goal lead. You know, you got 3 minutes left. You're going to have a 6-possession game.
Out of Istanbul, you mean?
Out of Istanbul, sorry, Paul.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, Ireland wants the clock to keep ticking.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, a little more clock management.
Oh, in the offensive zone.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Sorry, apologies.
I thought you meant after the goal was because they were taking their time getting up to the face-off.
I'm looking at a game here, right?
Yeah, we're into stop time now as we are in the final 2 minutes of the second half. Riggers up 7-5, and this is where the clock management comes into effect that you're talking about. My mistake, misunderstanding there, but they get it over to Burke. There's a shot by Farrell. It scores. 12 to go on the shot clock. And that may be the best kind of shot management, is scoring a goal.
Yeah, it's probably about time to start the bus. You never know.
8-5,
You never know.
a minute and 35 seconds left. I believe, no, the Sultans do not have a timeout because they used it to stem the bleeding earlier.
You get one timeout
per half. And they used it this half, did they not?
I think I was under the impression in our game this morning we were told one timeout per game.
That's one per half for sure. Lovestead with the shot, that one goes wide. Who's going to get the rebound? Wheaton was there first and comes out of it. Great effort play to get that ball. 8-5, we've got a minute 15 to go. Shot from the outside, Cregan with the save, rolls into the corner.
Big stop, Mikey.
And the big hit, but pulling it out. Nice job. Lovestead gets it back for them. Whipple with the shot. Cross-hander. Whipple loses his bucket. He's got to grab that. 1 minute to go. Riggers have the ball. They can eat up about half of the remaining time. They lead by 3. Patterson, good job into the offensive zone. Nicely done to spin away and get the ball to Burke. Here's a chance. You don't have to shoot. And probably shouldn't have.
You're gonna.
Chris Case just lets it go, and that's going
shoot.
to give him a chance. Yeah, but sometimes shooters make the decision that it's smarter not to shoot.
Yeah. No, we're talking
If
about
that was your team, would you want him to take that shot?
No, I want the guy in the corner killing the clock, dragging it.
There's a pass to the middle, doesn't connect. Huge hit, that's going to be a penalty. Bit of a high blow. It's Mike Reed laying on and it's going to be a high stick, so it's 3 minutes, which will not be relevant in terms of the entire length of the penalty. Sonny Finn Campbell going to the box. And the reason I say it won't be relevant the entire length is because if they score, they'd have to score 2 goals to release that penalty. They'd have to get in the 27 seconds, so it wouldn't go, we don't go to overtime anyways. Thinking overtime, but it would go straight to a shootout.
Straight to a shootout.
So it doesn't matter. But they can score 2 goals with this man advantage. They've got to do it quickly. They got to get going here. They've only got 20 seconds. Archie comes in, he'll shoot. That one's blocked by Hammond. Goes up out of play. It's going to be Istanbul ball. 16 seconds. Chances get slimmer by the moment. Pass it over. You got to let it rip. Wheaton will let it go. Everything on it. Cregan shoulder shrug save. Comes out to Lovestead. Wheaton gets it back. Time is going to run out on the Istanbul Sultans. And the Riggers from Ireland move up into the top 12 teams. Actually, they go to the quarterfinals. They're in the top 8 teams.
That they will. Well deserved.
The Aleš Hřebeský.
They have had probably the worst luck in the draws the last couple of years. So no, it's good to see those boys back. Well deserved. Absolutely well deserved.
Great effort. And they were down 4-1, remember, and reeled off a 7-1 stretch. And Mike Burke, man of the match, no question. What a brilliant performance by him, leading this Riggers team to the quarterfinals. That's going to be it for day 2 of the Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. It feels like we've been here for 4 or 5 days with all the excitement that's been going on. I am Steven Stamp, joined by Dylan Cowman. Thanks, Dylan, for stepping in and filling the space, joining me up here for a very exciting game.
No, I appreciate that, Stampy. It's great to be back. No, it's been a couple years, but no, thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. And everyone, thank you for being with us around the world. More lax coming tomorrow. There are going to be all kinds of placement games. The excitement will only build as we move towards Saturday and the championship. Everybody, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.